So it's Monday. Just another manic Monday. I'm hoping that this video kind of serves as a soft reboot of my YouTube channel. I think I've been watching too many superhero things. I think that's just a superhero term. Soft reboot, like in comics, you know, or in TV shows when they Anyway, I feel like since I'm holding a microphone, I'm obligated to do some stand-up comedy. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Why did the chicken cross the playground? To get to the other slide. Huh? But I'm not that funny, so I'm gonna refrain from doing that. I don't just want to talk about what I'm working on, because y'all probably aren't that interested in it. So what I really want to do with these videos is to impart some of my knowledge. That sounds too pretentious. Let me rephrase that. Share some tips I've come across. That sounds better. Yes, let's go with that. So, to start off with, I'll just outline what I'm actually working on. Not school related. That's a whole nother subject that I might actually make another video about. Maybe. I don't know. Essentially, I've got two projects I'm working on outside of school. One is my third novel. I don't have any novels published, but I've written 3, because why not? The third novel, I'm in the process of editing it so that I can get to a point where I can query agents. The second project is something I've been wanting to do for a while, but for some reason I haven't, and that's, I might talk more about what the actual content of it is later, but for now I'll just say I'm in the process of writing it. I have a planned 78,000 words on it. That's the exact length of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Anyway, that's just because I want to separate it into 1,500 word chunks and publish it online week by week, and that would make it 52 weeks, so a full year. And I think that's a nice number there. This is it. So I've got this much. So this part, that's how much I've written so far. So it's a decent amount so far, but there's still a lot to go. I hope to start publishing it before I actually have written the whole thing, since I'm publishing it in parts. But that means that I have to write a decent amount and then edit that. Whew, editing. My main tip for this week, which is probably obvious from the title, is making realistic and flexible goals. Now, goals look different to everyone. One goal could just be writing for an hour today, or writing for an hour every day, something like that, or writing a certain amount, or you could do long-term goals. That's usually what I do. For this third novel of mine, I had a date set in mind for the last day that I would write the novel, the day that I would finish the novel, writing it. And everything leading up to that, those goals were flexible. Like this day, maybe I would write... Very loud truck going by because it's snowing. And when it's snowing, that means that lots of noises happen outside because there's the salt people and the ice people and the people. Anyway, yeah, so my day-to-day goal changed while I was writing my third novel, but my final date didn't change. That was fairly solid. The reason I say that goals should be flexible is because I used to have this mindset where, like, you had to have this deadline and you had to meet that deadline, and then if I didn't meet the deadline, I was so mad at myself. And you're like, oh, you weren't good enough to meet that deadline, you're never gonna get it done because, if you can't meet this deadline, you're not gonna meet the next one. So yeah, you just have to tell that little voice in your head to shut up and then just change your goals. Like this this project that I'm doing, my original deadline was, what was it? Sometime last year. I think it was last October. My original one was I wanted to write them in October. Then I was like, no, I'm doing Inktober. The prompts where you draw things one a day. So I thought, nah, I'll do it in November. Because National Novel Writing Month is then, so why not? Yeah, didn't finish it then either. Didn't finish it December, and I'm probably not going to finish it. Well, I'm definitely not going to finish the whole thing by the end of this month because I've got 2 days left. But I've got a new goal. I'm trying to finish one more of these segments that I've got by the end of this month. So in the next couple days, I'm going to try to write that. And even if I don't meet that goal, that's okay. Not meeting goals is okay as long as you work harder for the next one, basically. And if anyone was wondering what day I set for my novel last year, my third novel, I finished it last year in the summer. The date was August 18th because that was the day that Defenders was dropped on Netflix. This has been my thing for all 3 of my novels. My first novel, I finished it, and then right after I finished it, I watched the animated series, Marvel's, what was that one called? Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That one. The one with the cool theme song. And then for my second novel, I finished that during National Novel Writing Month, 2015, I think. And that was the same month that Jessica Jones was released. So I held off on watching Jessica Jones until after I finished the novel, and then watched that. So you see a pattern? It's always the Netflix Marvel thing. Not sure what this one's going to be. Because I think Jessica Jones is dropping next month? No, the month after that. The month after that. But I'm not going to be done with this by that time, so maybe it'll have to be the next Daredevil series or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there. All that rambling aside, so my current goals, these are the bare bones, this is what I want to happen. Hopefully I'll be finished enough with the first 7, or technically 14 segments of this, out of 52, yeah. That I will be able to start posting these in May, hopefully, which will mean that I have from May until the next May to post the rest of them. So I'll be writing them as I'm posting, basically. So that's the goal for that. And I have more specific goals too, but they get into math and stuff, and I love math, but I don't think too many people watching this love math, so I will just hold off on that. But my goal for my other novel is I want to have it edited and start querying agents this summer so that hopefully something happens with it by the end of this year. I do have something I can show you if you want to see it. Another tip, just a real quick one before I forget it. If you're artistically inclined in other areas other than writing, it's kind of nice to do something related to whatever your project is in a different art form, because that can either help give you a break if you need a break, or it can make something click in your mind, like, oh, that's the emotion that I want to get with that character, or like I didn't quite understand that character until I whatever, because in my third novel it's from the point of view of multiple different characters. It's a third person, like a limited perspective that switches depending on the section. And the third section, I could not get in his head. I could not figure him out, even though he's been my character for forever. I could not figure him out. So I decided to make a YouTube playlist of songs that I thought either fit his character, or like songs that he would listen to, or songs that fit his emotions, that kind of thing. And so I made that playlist, and just by making it, I got more into his headspace. And then by listening to it, it helped me get into writing him. So this is a little different, but for this current project, I have 7 main characters. I love my ensemble casts, and I got a little bit stuck, but I wanted to get back into the mood of what I'm writing here, so I decided to kind of figure out if each character had a theme song, what it would sound like. So I started writing. I don't think there's any spoilers on here. It's just, yeah. I started writing. Oh, if you can see that. I have my characters listed by number, and it's got songs that kind of fit what theirs would sound like. So I'm just going to tell you right now, this is a superhero thing, so there's a lot of superhero songs. Like number 4, I have Jessica Jones and Punisher soundtrack. Number 6, I have the Pink Panther, question mark, question mark. Number 7, I've got Soak Up the Sun, by Sheryl Crow, because why not? Number 1, I said Something Shy, like with a flute, high but strong, because she is mentally strong. Maybe one low note that holds through chord progression. So yeah, just in raw video, this is at 20 minutes now. It's probably cut down real short, because I ramble. Let me know below if you like me rambling, or if you'd prefer me just going off of a script, which makes me feel less nervous, but also constricts me, so I didn't do it for this video, just to see how it went. Also, let me know what you think about this lighting. I know it's horrible, but I kind of like this dual color thing going on, because I've got the natural light coming in from the outside, which is like this nice, gentle blue, and then I've got this warm from the lamp. That's what it's called. Yeah, the lamp. I'm gonna go back to cleaning my room now. I will hopefully be back next week with another video. Maybe I'll be back sometime this week with another video. We'll see. Bye. I'm slightly off center, and I'm okay with it.